tell me, as a prostate cancer survivor, when you first got the diagnosis, what were you looking for in terms of information?
So when I first got the diagnosis, the first thing I did was got online. And I looked up, what do you do? And I found multiple different websites, of course the WebMD and all that good stuff. And I found the Zero group and started looking at the various treatments. And I didn't have a lot of information from my urologist at the time. He just called me and said, we need to meet next week, you have prostate cancer. And so most of it was just online. I'm not sure how much of it was accurate, but that's what I found, that's what I had at the moment. I actually have a doctor that lives next door to me, and he was able to give me some information that I did not find online.
Wonderful.
And he was very, very informative, and so I'm very fortunate that I had a doctor at my beck and will and call to walk over to his house and get online.
So it seems like you were looking for reliable information, and
Exactly.
if it's coming from a specialist, your next door neighbor, that's a really good coincidence.
Yes, it is. And it was great because I trusted him as a doctor, as a friend, and to me that was important to have somebody that I could just call and get information from, pretty much at any time.
And when it comes to time, how much time did you have before you needed to make a decision on what kind of treatment you were going to get?
So when I met with my urologist, I came in with a stack of papers that my friend had printed off, and I knew exactly what I was going to talk about.
Wonderful.
The problem I had was that my doctor had misread the path report.
Wow.
And so
Okay.
when I left the office, I made a decision that I needed to find a new doctor.
So how important is that second opinion then?
The second opinion is vital, because if I didn't have a second opinion, I had someone who did not read the path report correctly, which I didn't have a lot of trust at that point in my urologist. So I needed to find somebody pretty quickly, because anytime you're told you have cancer, that's a life-changing conversation that you have. Mm-hmm. And no one ever wants to have it, but people do every day. And it's a matter of how do you deal with it. And so I was trying to deal with it as professionally as I could and as quickly as I could, and to gather as much information. And honestly, it was from the internet. It was from my neighbor who was not involved in prostate cancer, but just happened to be a physician.
I see. So it's very good then that you got that second opinion.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I'm involved in a lot of Facebook groups for prostate cancer patients. And when every day there's new men that are being diagnosed, and one of the things they ask is, what do I do? And I say, make sure you got a second opinion.